y'all? How are y'all?
I'm good.
Good. How are you?
Y'all? I'm good. I'll be better once I eat.
All right. This salad looks amazing.
Everything looks amazing.
So for the gala, what are we gonna call it?
Yeah, what y'all think? What should we call it?
That's a very good question.
Is it gonna be all African Americans? Is it gonna be a mix of race? Do y'all date out your race?
I think
Something like
maybe a
living
mix.
life boldly.
Yeah.
Like
Living life boldly.
something to that capacity.
Okay. Do y'all date out your race?
What did you say? Living life boldly?
Bold.
Living life
Bold.
boldly.
Living life boldly. Okay.
I like
sounds
that.
good.
I like that
Do
too.
y'all date out your race? Do you only
I
date
haven't.
black men?
I haven't.
Okay.
I've only dated
Only dating
black men.
I talk to other guys, not necessarily seriously dated. You know, multicultural. The more, the better. Let's mix it up. Meet different people from different races, from different cultures. I think that's important. Also, you know, if you are a part of the LGBTQIA community, like you're welcome to come as well and mingle and meet other people. So I think it's gonna be amazing. Something that's all inclusive.
I've never dated out of my race. I'm afraid they may call me out of my name. And you know what name I'm talking about. Right.
I'm not opposed to it because I think what we have may be a little limited. Sometimes you need to date outside your culture just to, maybe find your perfect match.
Our pool is definitely a little drifty these days.
It's a little tainted. It's a little tainted.
It's something.
What they say is a little pee-pee in the pool.
Why do we have to do a gala? Like, why do y'all think we need to plan this gala? Is it because most of my friends are single and they can't find, the one? Is it the age? What is it?
I mean, so I think I think the purpose of the gala would be to merge, professional men, blue collar men, whoever that's going to attend the gala with single men with single women. So that's our point. So something really nice where you dress up and you get an opportunity to network and mingle, kind of like a speed dating thing. Maybe we should have a little set to where everybody kind of sits at a table or something and be introduced. Kind of like the matchmaker.
I think too, just having an opportunity to do the hard work or the heavy lifting. Because professional people are usually very busy, and sometimes dating is cumbersome. So if somebody's going to put this event together and I just have to show up, that takes a big load off of me, and that makes it easier for me to put this on my calendar to be there.
Right.
With an opportunity to meet people that I can actually converse with. We have something in common. We can have an intelligent conversation. I think it's just a prime opportunity to provide an event like that.
What if we don't get any tall men?
Well, we just gonna have to get what we have at that moment, and hopefully they'll come to the next one.
Right.
I think I'm the shortest one in the bunch, 5'1", but I don't want a short man.
I think you'll get a variety though. I think if you promote it well and you explain what the significance of it is, and I think there are a lot of people out there that think like us. It's like we need this opportunity because right now we just have dating sites, and that's hit or miss if you and black people meet or whatever the case may be. You just don't know. Mm-hmm. Some of them have alternative agendas. I found out Plenty of Fish was an alternative agenda. It's too much. So if you're going to provide an event where I can meet someone in person, or about being catfished, I mean, I'm here. I can meet this person. Yeah. We can talk. I can see we have a vibe. If there's any chemistry, if there's a connection, I think that's important.
I agree.
I agree. And I think having them dress up too, right?
Yes.
That adds another level of professional. Yes, absolutely.
So professional versus blue collar.
I mean, both. So what's the question? What
do you prefer? What's your preference?
I don't have a preference.
I don't have a preference either.
It just depends on, what he can bring, how he treats me, how his communication style is. Can he communicate? Is he emotionally available and emotionally mature?
What did you say?
I'm fairly open to counseling.
Right.
So that's all. I'm gonna go professional though.
So the doctors and I were talking about the upcoming gala. I'm super excited for the gala because guess what? Hey, I am single and I am ready to mingle. So I'm looking forward to meeting me someone at this gala. But I think it's important for us to be able to do professional as well as blue-collared individuals because we shouldn't discriminate. Like sometimes, you may find a great blue-collar person who dresses up real nice and can come in and, make the professional men run for their money.
Should the men be professional? Should they be blue collar? I don't know.
Typically in the past, I would be either or.
Why? What, did you have a bad experience?
I did. So I'm going to just shift it a little bit.
Okay.
See if there's a difference,
Got PTSD from it?
I think so. I think I think I'm in a traumatic recovery mode right now. Because, certain things, I'll be like, oh. Mm-mm.
I think I don't have a preference. I think for the blue collar worker, they have to be comfortable in their skin because a lot of times blue collar workers are intimidated by someone with a lot of education or degrees.
That's true.
And it's not that they don't care about you. They want to be. They're just so intimidated and feel inferior. So they have to be confident in who they are. That's work.
But how about if you meet a professional person that you deem that's on your level and they're still intimidated
right,
and inferior? Because that happens too.
Wow, I don't think
that's
I've
a
ever
good perspective.
That, but yeah,
I never looked at it like that.
I don't really too much care for professional men. Just a hard working. When the alarm goes off, get your black behind up. Take off. I know I'm just being honest. Like,
but I think too, just like being confident. Because I dated a guy one time and he kept asking me, "So how many degrees do you have?"
Wow.
It was like, "Oh, I only have this degree, but you have 3 or 4, whatever the case may be." And I think to me, like I finally just had to ask him, like, is me having 3 or 4 degrees, is that like an issue, like this? No, it's not an issue, but I could tell that was something that made
but it was an issue.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
I
think it was more like I have a degree, but she has more than me, and is that what's supposed to look like for a female male thing? I don't know.
I agree wholeheartedly with what you just said, because I saw that too, right? And then when we started talking about our multiple streams and hustling mentality, right? It's like you always working, you always on the grind.
Yeah.
And it's like, so you want me to level up like that too?
Right.
If you can, yes. If not, make sure your income is where it has to be.
Right.
See, for me, I need you to have goals.
Yeah.
Like, I need you to constantly, because I'm always thinking, I wake up in the morning writing things down. Like, I want to try this, and I want to try that. And sometimes people look at that as you're too much. Like, it's too much. And it is what it is. It may be for some people.
Yeah.
But
I think it's like finding somebody who's has goals versus people that are complacent. Because people that are complacent won't understand a person that has goals.
Absolutely.
And they'll be like, well, this working just fine right here. I mean, why you want to do that? Why you need to do this? Why do you need to go there? Because they don't, it's a total disconnect because it's a different mindset.
Okay. All right. So the gala, what's our time frame? What do y'all, when do you foresee us doing this? Maybe 6 months, a year? Because I want it to be well planned.
Okay.
I want to make sure that, are we going to screen them to see if they are truly who they say they are? How are we going to screen them?
The other thing I really want to talk about is the married men. Like, the married men need to stay at home. I'm sorry. Just stay at home. Don't lie like you're single. Don't take your wedding ring off. Don't roll in there talking about, don't get me on camera, standing in the corner. Just allow the single people to bask in their moment. You've already made a choice in life, whether you like it or not. Just stick with your choice and allow it to be the single people opportunity for them to meet, mingle, greet, do whatever they need to do to actually meet someone that they feel like that they can connect with.
Let people be who they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we're gonna figure out when they show up in person if they fraud or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we can interview and do a questionnaire.
We just ask people to be like, can you just be candid? Like, this is not a catch-22. Just be candid. If you have 4 jobs, but you can provide and you have your own place and you wouldn't then just say that. If you are a CEO making $500,000 a year, then say that. Like, whatever it is that you do, just say that, because again, we're inviting so many different people and we don't know who's going to be attracted to whom. So I think, just we're hoping that people be candidly honest.
But do you have time for a relationship? That's the thing. For a lot
yeah.
of people. Some people have a lot going on. And you say on one hand, you want a relationship, you want to be with someone, but realistically, can they fit into your life? Do you have the time to devote to spending time with them and going places, going out, or all you're going to do is talk on the phone?
I think it's a balancing act, right? Like everything else we do in life, right? And as goal-oriented women, we're gonna find time.
We are.
To make things
Right.
we want. So I think it goes back to what Dr. Tamika said, right? If the guy is driven and the guy has goals and he wants this as well, then guess what? He's gonna make that same time and make himself available.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I've used that as my leverage. So if I don't like you, I say, oh, I just don't have time for a relationship. I have too much going on. So yeah, you do. You people make time for what they want to do.
That's what I was about to say. You compromise and make time for what you want to do. Even if you're the busiest person in the world, you gonna find time.
Absolutely. Even if it's 1 hour in the evening,
Yep.
let's talk.
Yep.
I think consistency is key. I know I talk to a lot of women and they talk about how men are inconsistent. It's like you can start off FaceTime and then texting people all the day.
Let me take a drink to that.
We probably should have texted to
You know
that.
what? Let's toast to that because and the reason why I say that is because real talk, you all. I mean, y'all know the dating pool is scarce. I have a lot of friends, middle age, and people are coming with games and baggage. And I'm talking about like major game. And some of my friends fall for it. Like, oh, I stayed out all night because I was working. Well, whose house are you pounding on at this time of night? You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of like this. It doesn't make any sense. And I have zero tolerance for games.
I think for men though, it's the old saying that said, "What you did to get her is what you have to do to keep her."
Right.
And they spend so much time getting women that they don't keep it, and then they don't even realize the stuff that they're doing, because when you have to point it out to them, it's like, so you started like Dr. April said, it's like calling me in the morning and falling asleep on the bed at night and FaceTime. So this week I didn't even hear from you, ghosted me. When I call you, you got an attitude. Like, what is that about?
Right.
Like, then when I say something like, no, let me give you examples of how you've been consistent before and how you're not consistent now. So what's changed? You know what I'm saying? Who else is in the picture? Because that's usually what happens. You're not that busy. Work didn't get that overwhelming. Life didn't fall apart. Like, the consistency. So it's like, what is it that you all really want? That's where I am. I mean, what is it that you really
say
want?
You want a good
and
woman.
do you know what that is?
Right. But another issue is a lot of men aren't chasing anymore. They're expecting you
to chase.
Yes.
Yeah.
And why is that? I was talking to an older lady the other day, and she said the same thing. She was like, "I'm cute."
It's the
Men
ratio.
don't really come approach me.
It's the ratio.
They waiting on me to come ask
It's
them
the
to buy me a
ratio. I'm telling y'all, it's the ratio. It's what, 10-1
or
12-1.
Yeah.
So I don't have to chase you because guess what? I got 3 over here chasing me.
Right.
So I don't have to chase you. So
I was watching a podcast and this guy was like that men feel like they don't have to chase anymore because they feel like they're the prize. And so I listened to the podcast and it was like, well, think about it. In order for a relationship to happen, if a marriage happen, the man needs to ask the woman to marry.
Right.
So I'm gonna do that on my own time, and since I control that narrative, I am the prize. So if you think about it like that, maybe that's why. But we are not, in my opinion, we're not even talking about getting to marry. We just getting, like Dr. April said, consistently calls every day to say, hey, how you doing? Did you eat today?
Can we do the
did you eat? Did you eat?
The bare minimum at first. Like sometimes the bare minimum is not being done.
Right.
That's where the issue comes.
So that's why we're planning a gala then. So I think the gala is going to be like magnificent. I think if we have it downtown Dallas, at your father's location, that would be phenomenal. Is because it's a phenomenal location. I think it'll be good. I think we just
Dr.
need
April,
to
shout out your father's location for anyone that may need it.
Right.
That's right.
The Irvay Theater, downtown Dallas on Irvay Street is beautiful. So
Yeah, I like that. I like it. So yeah, I think once we sit down and we develop like our guidelines, then we begin to advertise it and go on podcasts and talk to other people about what the gala is going to be and how it's going to be beneficial to people that are looking for a significant other.
I definitely think we need to talk to some guys too, right?
Yes.
And see what
their thoughts are too about the gala and how do they think it would pan out.
Okay. I think so.
Yeah, and get their opinions.
So what are you all are thinking as far as like how the gala would be laid out? Is it more like they come in, maybe grab some appetizers and drinks and bring them together?
Yeah, cocktail
Somebody
hour,
gives,
like a
little
cocktail hour.
overview type of
I
deal.
think we
and
should
then
have a
just
game set up somewhere, like some spades or some dominoes.
That's what I'm talking about. Dr. April.
Dr. April wants to play cards and dominoes, kind of ratchetifying the event, you know. And maybe I made up a word there. But
Right. Let's make it lively. Let's see the personalities.
Right. There you go. Put that on one side, you know, and do that. And then, you know, you have the food and the drinks and everything. And so then you have the music. People are dancing. But then we can have a segment to where we break. And then, you know, people can kind of mingle or like you kind of play musical chairs. But you're talking to different ladies, different men around the room. Make it exciting.
How do we I guess lay the foundation for women that if you're talking to multiple people in this space, this is normal. Do not label this man or this woman. Like, people are just trying to find a match type of thing. And the people don't get offensive, like, wow, you know what? You were talking to me, but I saw you talk to 9 other women. Like,
but
You know,
how
it's
do,
like
how do
this
we,
is the-
how do
the-
we
the place
keep
for
it?
that.
Yeah, how do we keep it from looking like a meat market though? Like,
We'll set up the rules of engagement. So we'll have the rules set, you know, on the invitation. So detailed instructions. We can also announce the rules when they get there. You know, when everybody's there, stop the music, get on the mic, talk about these are the rules. This is what's going to take place.
okay, because I don't play cards, and so I'm just kind of like,
I don't know. Maybe we need a couple of little gambling tables.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
hey, what if you
there you
go
go.
to like a small little casino night?
Right.
okay,
So then you can still have the spades table. You can have your craps table.
Right.
You can have your blackjack table. And then, like you said, Dr. A, we can have the table where we musical chairs. And we're going through speed games, conversation,
There you go.
the
10 minutes.
10 minutes of engagement.
well, I can't wait. We got to plan this thing out. I just cannot wait for this to happen. I think it's going to be amazing.
I think
So you
too.
said 6 months or a year? What do you think?
Yeah.
You thinking sooner
I think
or
6
later?
months. I think 6 months will
Yeah.
give us plenty of time to where we can actually do a questionnaire for men, what they're looking for and what they would like to see at the event. Some single guys that I know who have also stated that, hey, if one woman is not right in a couple of months, I move on. That's why I said that, the ratio. Toast up to the gala.
Yeah.
And you said it's called
Living life boldly.
Living Life Boldly.